Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, get this video to at least 200 likes. Also comments, let me know your thoughts on the story. Now, a gang from up north, Huddersfield area, was so ruthless, so vengeful that they chopped off a man's leg just before the knee in order to teach him a lesson after a tailgate incident. 34-year-old Max Lambert, 39-year-old Liam Whitaker and 41-year-old Liam Hanbury inflicted punishment by using an axe, machete and sledgehammer. They were your quintessential not to be messed with type of people. What they did was travel to the victim's mum's house in Spinners Close after finding the victim in the passenger seat of a car on the 18th of January of 2022. After the tailgate of the victim's car, effectively they were in the area looking for him. Now, this incident wasn't by chance. Despite the trio having over 90 offences between them that ranges from traffic management and keeping a grow and ABH, the men were said to have turned their life around. 41-year-old Liam Hanbury had various character references, stating how he was a businessman and adulting dad who was attentive and nurturing. However, how can a person be considered to be quote-unquote nurturing, then go driving around Huddersfield looking for their victim, an axe, machete and sledgehammer in the back seat of the car, as well as pals, find the victim, tailgate him, follow him to his mum's address and then pounce on him as soon as he runs out of the car, and then of course amputate the leg right below the knee. The striking repetition motion of the machete was conducted with so much force that the machete actually broke. Neighbours were frightened, worried sick, when they heard the shrill screams from next door. Now, after the incident, the gang, Max Lambert, Liam Whitaker and Liam Hanbury, took off and then burnt the car they were travelling in order to try and conceal the evidence. They all had either masks or hoods up to conceal their identity, and they thought that the victim wouldn't know it was them. So when police showed up at Spinners Close, Huddersfield, the victim named Liam and his mates as the people responsible. Of course, the gang was surprised. They thought they'd gotten away with it, with an attempted M. Now, the victim gave a statement to police. The men were charged. However, rumours began to circulate around the city, saying that if the victim attended court and spoke any further of the incident, he would not be alive. So the victim retracted his statement and says that the accused gang were actually innocent. However, the prosecution wanted their people responsible, so they treated the victim as a hostile witness, even though he had to have surgery to stitch the leg back on, and the victim was actually put in jail for 2 weeks because of it. Now, the court heard that by January 28, 2022, when the victim was seen by an officer, the man said he was scared of repercussions if he gave account to police. The judge said that the victim seems to have been a subject of intimidation, and on the 6th of May, he gave a statement. So, after 2 retrials, the trio, the gang, were all found guilty, and they were jailed for 30 years. Now, the judge says that they would have to serve at least 2/3 of their sentence before being considered for release, because this was a clear aim to cause an actual M. Now, the motive behind the incident will never be known, but there were serious grudges held by these people, and the gang was willing to do anything to make their feelings clear. Now, all 3 men were charged with an attempted M. As for the victim, he's probably still having nightmares, and he probably will so for the rest of his life. Stay safe, safe.